Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 29.
29, okay, and
Yes.
what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Hey, hello everyone, what's going on? Now listen, this is a dating show, Pop the Balloon. Now I had never heard of this dating show before. I'd never heard of it before, but I came upon a few videos on TikTok. Now it is hella funny. And this, you just got your first introduction to Aaron. He's quite a character. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the shit show.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly.
Interesting, Aaron. At least you put that out there in the initial stages, so no one could say they did not know. He likes you to be cleanly. Okay? Cleanliness is of Aaron.
Don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay, all right. So we did get a pop balloon.
Now, ma'am, come on. Is it too much to ask for you to be cleanly and to have ambition? Come on.
Go ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon proper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual.
Okay, so we see this is Aaron the petty plumber. Okay, let's continue.
So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm glad you have a great
Thank
day.
you, Queen. You too.
Okay, well, let's go ahead. All right, we got to pop over here.
Now it's on. No, they're on that ass.
If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Jara. I'm 22.
Okay. And why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment.
Now the lady in blue cannot wait to fix that botch job of a haircut he got from his barber. I guess he pissed his barber off as well.
You made didn't really. I like a more humble person, not someone that responds so defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like how
That's
you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just,
Yeah.
all I can do is be honest. You know?
That's fair. But Aaron, there's a difference between being honest and being an asshole. And you're more leaning towards the asshole aspect, I would think.
Be honest,
I
be your
came over
authentic
here
self. That's okay.
to find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all,
mean,
Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Sure.
And I was, she someone that's your type?
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No
You know,
disrespecting.
but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Catty with me, and you a little sassy just a little bit.
Now there you go. And she went straight for his neck. You see, Aaron? All right, contempt breeds contempt.
Since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're
It's funny but true. He looks kind of weird. Aaron, you look like a character. You do.
not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but
Yeah.
like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving.
Well, no lies detected.
Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, and I do real
hold on.
estate
I live
and property
I
management.
live
So what you
downtown.
do ain't
I live
nothing compared to
downtown.
me.
I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be.
Now, Aaron the petty plumber, what does that mean? You are assuming, and you're so condescending. I mean, why you staying by yourself should mean anything to this young lady at this point.
Dealing
say
with
everybody
me,
not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
And
ain't
the
in
one
my
that you
type.
wanted popped
if I
out
seen, that's fine.
So what?
That's totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you?
There you go with the weak, immature money argument. Aaron, you got popped and popped and popped.
Do the same?
Get this
Yeah,
man
you can't
off
do
camera.
that. You
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that
Let's
though,
move
baby.
on.
Yeah,
Let's
in a real
move on.
way. You
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that though, Queen.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
And
Oh, Aaron, calm down. Someone still is holding a balloon. You still have hope, sir. Aaron, the petty plumber, you still have hope. Now let's continue.
you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, now we can talk, right?
in a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
What
What are you looking for?
Huh? Wasn't she listening? I mean, he repeated it like twice. Aaron, that's a red flag. Right there, that's a red flag. She doesn't pay attention. Keen attention.
A woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous. A woman that's going to be consistent. A woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself.
Okay.
You know, as well. I don't need a woman to
Okay, Aaron. Let's hope she's the one.
give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all. And some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly. Yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism.
Well, she seems very patient. And of course he believes in God. Aaron is the God. Aaron's the God. Hence, monotheism. Catch that.
You know, I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time, you know,
Okay.
if you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love or are you here to just
I'm,
insult
I'm trying to
everyone?
create a family, you know,
Okay.
that's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
Well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it gonna be a yes for you for him?
God says save soul.
Whoa. Aaron, that was a subliminal insult. But I guess he's too arrogant to even notice.
So, yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
It's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a
yeah,
match.
right.
All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay.
Okay, hello, come back, snatch her. Where are you going? The best is yet to come. No, just when you thought it couldn't get any messier. Oh, here comes Aaron's version of who the F did I date. Here we go.
All right, now that we opened the can of worms, let's go ahead and talk about part one of Watch Who the Fuck You Date. So his name is Aaron. Aaron is my ex. We dated for a few months and it didn't last very long. And let me tell you why. He is like insane. It's like he has that little person talking to him in the corner of his shoulder at all times. Like he's making up constant stories in his head about like that I'm cheating on him, that he's got to watch his back, that I have guys in my apartment at all times, and that I'm cheating while I'm at work, when I work in a clinic full of women, by the way. So let's take it back to the beginning. So again, we met. I lived in Arizona. He lived in New Mexico. And he said, oh, I have a friend that lives in Arizona. I was actually just there. I was like, oh, dang. Well, whenever you're down here again, let's grab dinner or whatever. He's like, all right. He ended up coming, and his plan was to end up moving to Arizona anyway with his friend, right? He ended up at my house so much anyway that I was just kind of like, I mean, you kind of already live here. His clothes was there, everything. So I was like, fuck it. Just, you know, that was my mistake. So my mom ends up making dinners for us all the time. We're Mexican. We make huge dinners. And the first time he went, he met the family and everything was cool. But when we left, my mom called me and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "What do you mean, am I okay?" She said, "Well, I see something in his eye, like he wants to hurt you or like he wants to control you. I don't know how to tell you because I don't want you to think that I'm crazy, but I'm just telling you to be careful and really think about if this is the guy that you really want to be with." And I was like, well, I mean, it kind of is already in motion, you know, it's already happening. So then my mom invites us over for dinner again. I think it was the next day, and we play loteria. And I guess he was just like, "No, I don't want to go." Like he started little by little, kind of not wanting to be around my family. And I don't know if he noticed that my family didn't really like approve of him or whatever. I'm not too sure. But anyways, that was a red flag number one. It's kind of like he was already trying to distance me from my own family. You know, like the only protection that I have had is from my family, and he was trying to move me away. So when I first started talking to him, I was talking to other people, as in I had a lot of guy friends. And I don't hang out with too many girls because sometimes it can get overwhelming and a lot of drama can start. So they would still text my phone, and of course, I talked to somebody else before I met him too. It kind of just ended up going in the direction with Aaron. And so they would text my phone, and he would check my phone every few hours. Every time a vibration would go off, every time I'd get a notification, he's looking at me like he wants to like literally do something to me. I don't know what was going on. It's just that look in his eyes, and you guys know because you have seen that look in the Pop the Balloon game, like this video that went viral. So he starts checking my phone every few hours. He starts to track my location. I gave him my location on my phone because I was like, I have nothing to hide, right? And I'm always either at work with him at home or with my family. So go ahead and go to part 2. All right, welcome back to part 2 of Watch Who You Date. We're talking about Aaron, the guy that went viral on Pop the Balloon game. So anyways, he starts to distance me from my family. He starts to track me. I give him my location because I had nothing to hide. Every time I would walk by the window, my location would show that I was outside. So he'd call me like, "What are you doing outside? Who are you messing with at work? Why aren't you working?" Like that controlling, right? Then he starts doing pop-ups at my job, and it got so bad because he would show up in his work truck while he's supposed to be at work at my job that my supervisor had to keep watching me. We had to basically everybody had to walk me to my car after work to make sure that I made it. And the girls would text me, "Hey, did you make it?" Again, it's a clinic full of girls. So that was a red flag number 2. And then one time I walked outside to the cafeteria, and he calls me and he's like, "How did I know you were outside?" So that in my head was like, circles are already turning. I go to my car to see if he put a tracker because he is capable of doing some shit like that. And I couldn't find anything. And then he pops up at my job like, "Don't break up with me. Don't do this. Like, I'll change. I thought I was going to catch you doing something." And I was like, "How did you know I was outside?" Right? He said, "I put my extra phone tracking you in your car and I left it on record because I was expecting to record you doing something, as in cheating on me or like messing around in your car." And I was like, I was done. After that, I was completely done. I said, "Get your stuff, get out of my house, and come bring me my key." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna change," whatever. I went home, he was still there. He was like, "Let's try to work it out." I was like, you know, he already lives with me, he moved here, like whatever. And it was going, I was going to do it so bad. And then he went to go get coffee for me or something from Starbucks, and he was like, "Something's wrong with your car." And I was like, "What do you mean something's wrong with my car?" He's like, "Yeah, it started to act weird." And I was like, "Okay, hold on right there. My car, I have a 2019 Dodge Challenger. It's been perfectly fine. I kept up with the oil. I don't understand. All of a sudden you're driving it and something's wrong with it." Go to part 3. Part 3, and this is the last part that I'm going to post about Aaron, the buff guy from Pop the Balloon game and Watch Who the Fuck You Date. So, he was like, "Yeah, your car's acting funny." I was like, "No." At that point, I was like, "Already get out of my house. Like, I don't want you here. You ain't paid one bill. You put $20 a light one time, and maybe you spent like $30 on groceries because I was gonna cook dinner one time." But my mama always told me, do not allow a man to come into your home and pay any bills, because then he's gonna feel like he has the right to either stay there or like, "Oh, I paid the rent, I live here too." But in all reality, everything that I had gotten was mine, and I didn't allow him any part of that. So I was like, all right, get out, whatever. He leaves. He still tried to contact me. I was like, no, get out. I grabbed my car. I went to my mom's house because I didn't want him to try to come back and to try to convince me. And that's what brings to like my mind all the time. Like, you guys tell people in abusive relationships all the time, like, you need to leave, thinking that it's easy for these women to leave. And it's not. Like, yeah, they've gotten hurt or whatever, but these women are completely head over heels in love with these men. So it's not easy to leave. So I did what I thought was best. So I went to my mom's house right after. And he's calling me like, dang, you're already at somebody else's house. You're already cheating on me. I was like, whatever. And on my way to my mom's, I start to feel that my car is starting to shake. I'm like, dang, like, what is it? I took it to 2 different mechanics that were like, it was the spark plugs, the ignition coils. I fixed that. And then I went to another mechanic because it started to shake again. And supposedly it was the same thing. They fixed that again. So I went to a 3rd mechanic and he's like, I think they might have put sugar in your gas tank, but I would need to take out the gas tank to make sure. And I was like, no, I don't think he would be capable of doing something like that. Whatever. So I couldn't find what was wrong with it. At this point, I had moved out already because I was so scared. My mom had let me borrow money because I needed to move out before my lease was up, so he didn't know where I lived. I moved apartments. So at this point, I went and got a new car. I went to the dealership and I got a new car. I changed my car. And when I asked him, hey, did you ever find out what was wrong with my Challenger? He said, yes, there was sugar in the gas tank. So this man that claims to be very godly and studies the Bible and, you know, practices this religion, put sugar in my gas tank, tracked my car, put a phone to record me in my car. And I would do things like say everything he needed to hear, like, yeah, I cheated on you, like, because I was so scared of him being crazy. Like, this guy has a record. You guys don't know that. You guys really need to be careful who you make famous on this app. I don't want to say anything else because I feel like I already opened up a big can of worms. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them, but I don't want to make this any more parts.
I said what I said.
As always, stay safe and be self-aware, and subscribe for more snippets of wisdom and real talk. Please like the video.